Let me start with this. Ham radio does not have a technology problem. It does not have a spectrum problem. It does not even have a relevance problem. It has a culture problem. And before anyone gets defensive, this isn't an attack. It's an honest conversation we should have had years ago. But the question isn't, how do we save ham radio? The real question is, why did people stop showing up in the first place? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to HamShackTV. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Appreciate you tuning in. Today's episode is brought to you by Ham Radio Prep, hamradioprep.com. Use coupon code HamShackTV. You'll get 10% off. They're already great prices. You know, everybody keeps asking how we can make ham radio cool again. But cool doesn't come from marketing slogans, logos, or membership drives. Cool comes from energy, curiosity, and people actually having fun. So today I want to talk about why ham radio has lost its cool and what data, behavior, and real-world trends say about how it gets it back. Not opinions, not nostalgia, reality. Here's something uncomfortable. When I look at my YouTube analytics, and yes, I look at them very closely, the videos that perform best are not the ones where everything is perfect and positive. They are the ones where I challenge the status quo, I talk about gatekeeping, I question leadership, I say the thing people are already thinking. Those videos get the clicks, they get the watch time, and they get the comments, and that tells me something important. People care. They just don't feel heard. Let's talk about participation. We all know the talking points. Clubs are struggling. Nets are empty. Repeaters are quiet. But here's what rarely gets said out loud. People didn't leave because they hate radios. They left because they didn't feel welcome, valued, or inspired. When curiosity is met with sarcasm, when new operators are told, read the manual instead of being helped, when innovation is dismissed as not real ham radio. This is not tradition. That's repellent. Now let's talk about the data, not feelings. Look at where activity is happening. POTA and SOTA activations, portable operations, digital modes like FT8, SDR experimentation, YouTube, Discord, and social media. These spaces are growing because they reward participation, not credentials. Nobody asks how long you've been licensed before answering a question. Nobody tells you to sit down and listen for 5 years before you're allowed to talk. That matters. And this is where I want to pause for a moment, because this video is brought to you by Ham Radio Prep, and they fit directly into this conversation. One of the biggest barriers of entry into ham radio today isn't the test itself, it's the intimidation surrounding it. Ham Radio Prep removes that barrier. They don't teach you to pass a test just to pass a test. They teach you how to actually operate, understand what you're doing, and feel confident getting on the air. If we're serious about making ham radio welcome again, then education has to be approachable, modern, and supportive, not gatekept. If you're new, returning, or upgrading, check them out. Links down in the description below. Go to hamradioprep.com. It's hamradioprep.com. Use coupon code HamShackTV. You're going to get 10% off their already great prices. And yes, they do offer a money-back guarantee if you don't pass your exam. See their website for details. That's hamradioprep.com. Now back to the bigger picture. Here's another hard truth. Ham radio didn't lose attention to TikTok, gaming, or social media because those things are shallow. It lost attention because those platforms are welcoming, fast, and human. They reward curiosity, creativity, experimentation, personality. Ham radio can still do all of that, but only if we let it. And let's address the elephant in the room: negativity. Some people say content like this is too negative. I see you. You get down in the comments and say, "You're always negative. I'm unsubscribing." This is a business. I have to do what brings the clicks. I have to. But the fact of the matter is, I'm having a conversation that is important, that people care about. My analytics show it. And if you don't like it, then you're gatekeeping yourself. I see gatekeepers in my comments all the time. I'm at war with gatekeeping, and I am going to do everything in my power to get rid of it. Because if we don't, this hobby will fade into the western sunset. But let me tell you what the analytics show. Positive-only videos underperform. Critical videos outperform every single time. Not because people want drama, but because they want honesty. Pointing out problems isn't negativity. Ignoring them is. If the hobby was perfectly healthy, videos like this would not resonate. But they do. Now let's talk about gatekeeping. Because this is where things get uncomfortable. Gatekeeping doesn't protect standards. It protects egos. When someone says, "You're not doing it right," or "That's not how we've always done it," or "That's not real ham radio," what they're really saying is, this space isn't for you. Every time that happens, we lose someone who might have ended up being a lifelong operator. So how does ham radio get its cool back? Not with slogans, not with forced youth outreach, not with pretending it's still 1985. It gets it back by doing a few simple but difficult things. First, reward curiosity instead of punishing it. Second, celebrate experimentation instead of mocking it. Third, meet people where they are, not where you wish they were. That means embracing modern platforms, not fearing them. It means accepting that communication styles evolve. It means understanding that personality is not a threat to tradition. Here's the thing. Ham radio is still one of the most powerful, resilient, fascinating communication tools ever created. That hasn't changed. What has changed is how people discover hobbies, build communities, and decide where to invest their time. If ham radio wants to thrive, it has to compete, not with cell phones, but with human attention. And attention goes where people feel welcome. I'll leave you with this. Ham radio doesn't need to be cool like a trend. It needs to be alive. Alive with conversation. Alive with curiosity. Alive with people who feel like they belong. So I'll ask you directly, what made you lose interest, or what brought you back? Drop it in the comments. Like this video if you think the hobby deserves honesty. Subscribe if you want conversations that actually matter. I'm Josh, AA4WX. Live, learn, transmit. Welcome to the Shack. We'll see you in the next video. 73, AA4WX, WSCB 693.